Hello everyone, welcome back to the TJOmega channel for day 1164 of our daily content grind. It is a Monday, it is time for a news roundup, and to be frank with you, it's a very thin news week in Transformers. Nothing official from Takara or Hasbro this week. It's literally all just weird little merchandise stories from across the internet. But we do have one thing of interest that we're going to spend a little bit of time on. Transformers has finally been nominated and inducted into the National Toy Hall of Fame. This is way overdue. This is way overdue for a brand that has lasted 40 years and been as successful as it has been. I am shocked it has taken this long. Alright, so let's just see. So for those that don't know, the Toy Hall of Fame has been running since... how long has it been? How long has it been? We can double check really quick. Yeah, 1998. It has been going since 1998, and here we are in the year 2024, and we are just now getting around to Transformers. Now, granted, there's a ton of classic toy lines that did deserve to be in first. There's a ton of just timeless toys that deserve to be in first, you know? I would argue a Slinky deserves to be in before Transformers, because it's just been around forever. And it's timeless. But yeah, it's been way overdue. For as successful and big as a brand as Transformers has been, it's way overdue. Let's take, okay, we're just gonna take a look at what they had to say. So, in early 1980s, Hasbro secured the rights to Japanese toy maker Takara's Diaclone and Microchain's line of shape-changing robot toys, along with about 5 or 6 other lines, but we don't talk about those. Hasbro developed the toys for a U.S. audience, and in 1984 premiered Transformers with an elaborate backstory about a war between robots developed by Marvel Comics. The characters split into two factions. The heroic Autobots, peaceful transport vehicles led by Optimus Prime, face against the villainous Megatron and his Decepticons. Each of the figures issued in 1984 had its own array of talents and capabilities, which appeared on the tech spec card and bio card packaged with each figure. Successive incarnations of the toy line rejuvenated the franchise and captivated new generations. Tie-ins to television shows, animated movies, comic books, video games, and live-action films kept the brand in front of kids even as they pursued other pastimes. Hasbro brokered license agreements with other companies to produce a variety of consumer goods bearing Transformer images. Kids took Transformer pencil boxes and lunch boxes to school and wore their Transformers pajamas or t-shirt while playing Transformer board games and putting together Transformer puzzles. The transforming function of the toy line, a clever gimmick to be sure, continues to fuel imaginations today. The only question I have in there is how many Transformer board games are there really, especially back then. So yeah, it's a nice little write-up, and you know, the image itself is interesting too. So we have a G1 Scorponok, which is impressive, an incomplete and mistransformed Metroplex, 20th anniversary Optimus Prime with all the ugly battle damage, a Action Master Devastator, which is an interesting little thing to throw in. See, the Legacy Elita 1 that someone grabbed on, the photographer grabbed on the way to work for the photo shoot. And then a Chrome Dome who most certainly has no head because he's in vehicle mode. Oh, we do have a G1 Slag as well. So we have that too. Interesting lineup. So, just for funsies, I say, like, let's go take a look at what else got inducted. So it got inducted alongside My Little Pony, another Hasbro brand, and Phase 10, which feels like Uno's lesser-known stepbrother. But I wanted to go back and see, because, like, as I said, it's been way overdue for Transformers to make it in. Let's see what else has made it in. And we're only going to look at the last decade or so, just for the sake of brevity. Last year, baseball cards made it in. Not a toy. I would argue, no, not a toy. The original baseball cards came packed with cigarettes. No, not a toy. So, no. They're collectible cards. Like, I don't consider that a toy because, you know, there's no playing with a baseball card. You know, it's just pictures and stats. Top, yes. Nerf, yes. Light Bright, yes. I understand why they have imagination toys like sand, stick, box, things kids always played with, even though they're not toys. I feel like that should be like a separate wing of the Hall of Fame. Same with board games. Like, really, like, does Risk really deserve to be in I mean, it's been around a long time, but like it's not. I don't know many people whose go-to game is Risk. Masters of the Universe. I would argue this deserves to be in, but not ahead of Transformers. Well, Masters of the Universe is a toy line that is very significant and important, but it is also a toy line that has to rejuvenate itself over and over again. And Transformers does too, but far more successfully. Whenever Masters of the Universe tries to reinvent itself, it never seems to go well. Like it always seems to fall. It always seems to fall flat. New adventures, like that new like that new Cartoon Network kind of He-Man show they did, like none of that seemed to work out. And then they just kind of go into hibernation for a decade at a time before releasing a new cartoon that's basically just back to status quo. You'll excuse me if I have to drink water. My throat has been dry today. Yeah, so, okay, Corn Popper, yeah, Cabbage Patch Kids, yes, American Girl Doll, Bumbles, Super Soaker, yes, Puppets, Twister, Board Wing, Board Game Wing again, Rubik's Cube, yes, Army Men, yes, Little People, yes, Dungeons and Dragons, I'm, again, not sure this belongs as a toy. I don't consider this for kids. I really don't. Because it's not because of the maturity of the game, it's because of the complexity of the game. Let's say Swing, yes. Clue, board game, yeah. Paper Airplane, I don't know about the Paper Airplane. Wiffle Ball, sure. Pinball, sure. Magic 8 Ball, I guess that's a toy? Uno, yes. Magic, no. Magic's been around 30 years, yes. It's a huge, huge TCG, yes. I don't consider that a toy. I don't consider a coloring book a toy, too, but I think that's more timeless than Magic. Matchbox deserves. Baby Nancy very deserves. Jenga? Jenga got in before Transformers. It's a box of blocks. Like it's a great game, don't get me wrong, but it's just a box of blocks you don't really do anything different with. And then Sidewalk Chalk. That's just the last decade worth of toys. Like I said, there's some very deserving ones in there. Barbie, G.I. Joe, that's already all in there. Classic stuff like Slinky's already in there. So that's it's just weird. It's way overdue, but at least it's done. Transformers is now officially a Hall of Fame toy. So that out of the way, I think we burned enough time to be able to get through the rest of these news topics. Let's see what else is cooking in Transformers. Yola Park put out the official images for their AMK Pro Optimus Prime from Age of Extinction. And it's not bad. I mean, I do think this is a perfect design for something like this that is just like a kit you put together that does not have to transform, because frankly, getting this design to actually turn into a convincing truck is impossible, because this is not designed to transform. It just is not. I know there are third-party toys that have done it. They are so complicated, I argue they are no longer satisfying to play with. No, this needs to be an action figure thing. And yeah, it is. I never really liked Age of Extinction Optimus Prime design. It's just too smooth. It's too smooth, and I don't see the vehicle anywhere. Little bits of shrapnel in the chest, but really, like, it just kind of looks like he's just wearing armor. That's the idea behind the knight approach. But still, for those who do like the design, this is a perfect application for it. This is a perfect way to get it. And the AMK Pros don't kid around. They're good stuff. Yola Park also showed off this 2.2 meter tall Optimus Prime statue. This thing is absolutely enormous. This thing is absolutely enormous. It's a fantastic piece. Yola Park does really huge, complex pieces like this, and they are very, very good. But yeah, it's just, it's very involved. It's a very involved piece. Looks fine, though. Looks fine. Nothing that's going to be within my price range in any stretch of the imagination. Do I have a price point offhand? No, I do not. It's just coming soon. It's going to be expensive. That's all I can say. It does look impressive, though. Far more to the affordable side, Blocky's showing off their Galaxy version Defender, Galaxy Shining 01. They're more super deformed line of these guys. And we now have an entire lineup for Wave 1. So let's see here. We've seen Thundercracker. I hope the eyes really are light up in the other ones. Like these seem very small for that, but I've seen Blockies do it. Yeah, the jet mode is another model you can get. They do not transform. They cannot recombine into this, but you can also get the vehicle mode for Thundercracker. We do have a Scavenger and his vehicle mode also in the assortment. There's our metallic chase of Optimus Prime, fully painted, Matrix inside, smokestacks painted, looks really, really good. Megatron again, Megatron looking really, really cool too. Yeah, these are really nice. Translucent Bumblebee I'm iffy on, because of course translucent, but then again it's not really moving at all, so like I'm not really that concerned about it. More interested in the fact that the vehicle mode seems far closer to animated Bumblebee than it does G1. I understand they don't want to use the Volkswagen Beetle for licensing purposes. It's the offset black stripe that really makes it scream animated Bumblebee to me. It's a very interesting choice for them to go with. The metallic Bumblebee looks real nice, though. That's very pretty. It's not giving me Goldbug vibes. That's actually a pretty important detail. Shattered glass side swipe. Interesting call here. And it's not entirely accurate because the head is still black, but yeah, we'll take it because it still looks pretty nice. And it's definitely a unique choice. Here we have their Ironhide, translucent plastic. I'm not sure why. I guess that's just like the shining idea behind this one. You're either metallic or translucent. Something along those lines. Then there are also chase versions of Optimus and Megatron that come with additional components. Here is Megatron with an extra fusion cannon and a jetpack on the back. Interesting. And then Optimus is the interesting one because not only does he get an extra big weapon on his left arm, he gets Cybertron Optimus Prime wings. No, that alone is not making me go after this, but I do think it's a cool little inclusion to do. We're getting a Prowl as well. We've seen the Prowl. It's definitely different than the other ones. Like, Prowl, I think, is where you can really tell that there is some different designs going on here. Yeah, let's see. And, of course, yeah, we have the Optimus Prime in his truck mode available as well. It's a solid lineup with a couple of little quirky things in there too, like the shattered one random shattered glass figure. I still want to see these next to their standard Blockies because they're differently proportioned. Like it's an offshoot, which makes it interesting why there are unique characters in it. So I'm kind of curious how that's going to shake out. But like Blockies makes really, really good stuff. I'm hoping to show off some of it soon. Alright, so you remember we told a story about a dedicated Transformers store coming to the United Kingdom? Well, that store is getting an exclusive cover for Transformers 1 from the Skybound series. This book is in like its 10th printing, by the way. It's absolutely insane how popular the book is. And yeah, it's just Optimus Prime standing over... is this the building with the dedicated shop? I don't know what this building is. I will say Optimus Prime is way too big for it. Optimus Prime is not a kaiju. He is no match for Godzilla. I'm not sure why he's so big here. But it's a neat cover nonetheless, and it's curious that, like, yeah, issue 1 of that book is still getting prints. It's kind of insane. Do I have any details on this one? First official permanent standalone Transformer store is opening in the UK on November 27th, 2024, so not long now. Yeah, once that is open, I'm going to look forward to someone who is actually, like, able to tour around it and actually show off what's going on in there. I really want to see what the inside of this place looks like. There's only going to be 400 of these, so good luck. Towering over Battersea Power Station. Okay, so that's what that is. Still way too big. Transformers 1 is officially streaming on Paramount Plus. You no longer have any excuse for not seeing that movie. Go watch it. The movie is fantastic. Arguably the best Transformers movie we have ever had. Paramount Plus comes with a 1-week free trial. You literally have no excuse for not seeing the movie at this point. I know that first commercial for the movie turned you off. It kind of cringed on the humor. I promise you that is minimal. That is minimal. There is a lot of heart and energy to the story beyond that. Please go watch it if you have not. If you have watched it and you want an audio reminder of it, we have the vinyls that are up for pre-order. You can see the full book with all of the the tracks and all of the images from the movie. Yep, there's your cover, and they're printing this lovely gold shade of vinyl. Yeah, it makes me wish that this was how this feels like how Beast Wars soundtracks should be done on vinyl. But still, the score is pretty good. So this is, for vinyl collectors, not a bad one. Yeah. So more ways of enjoying Transformers 1. In Japan, they are about to release some interesting goods coming up in March. So little trinkets for Generation 1, which include prints from certain scenes from the original G1 cartoon. A lot of memorable little moments in there that I can spot. I see Autobot X. I see Optimus shielding, shielding everyone from a blast from a power station. That's from Divide and Conquer. I'm trying to find specific little moments here. I'm trying to testing my memories. I look at the screen caps. The one in the middle is also Divide and Conquer. It's when Optimus comes back online. The Megatron with the smoking cannon. That's after Starscream tries to turn on him on the shuttle on the way back in More Than Meets the Eye Part 3. I'm a dork. Can you tell? You can also just get these metal keychains featuring the 4 big characters of G1. That's not a bad little trinket. And they're doing some stuff for Earthspark as well. If you want acrylic standees of some of the major characters, you have that available to you. I'm frustrated that they're all in scale, by the way, which is interesting. It does mean that if you want one of Twitch, it's going to be very small, which is unfortunate. But they are in scale with each other, so you can technically have like a whole display of these characters together, which, that's not a bad option. I wish there was more than just Twitch and Thrash, but then again, I don't even know how much of Earthspark's been done in Japan so far. And again, there's prints from certain scenes from the cartoon as well. So, lots of little goods coming up in March. Little goods here available in America. Someone found these bag clips from G1 and Beast Wars, interestingly enough. Yep, so there you've got, it's Prime, but it's Primal's head design, which is weird, and then Maximal logo as well. You can see the ones on the back. You got Optimus, Bumblebee, Grimlock, and Megatron. Just it is weird that the Prime one is Primal. Slight error there, but we'll take it because Beast Wars is getting some love. I'm happy about that. I mentioned this last week as just like a little aside, but TFW posted the official story, so we're going to run it again. Funko is apparently going to drop some more Beast Wars Funko Pops for those who are still collecting Funko Pops, all 3 of you. Optimus Primal, Megatron, Rhinox, and Black Arachnia. Unfortunately, you will have to delve into their NFT side of things in order to get the Cheetor to go along with these sets, which is either gambly and really, really scummy if you're doing the NFT part of it, and then really scummy for the scalpers who already have the Cheetor in hand and are going to be charging astronomical amounts because it is a very rare distribution. I hate how Funko does these things. I'm more interested in the fact that apparently, like, there's a rumor about Owl House ones dropping soon. Like, oh, those I'll be more interested in than these. That's a lie. I might pick up the Black Arachnia, though they tend to do like toy accuracy on their Transformer stuff, so the Black Arachnia might look horrifying. We'll see. I'm curious to see what they're going to do with them. And finally, we're back to eHobby and their little trading card things. This is Wave 12. These are always fun to see who exactly they are doing in each wave. So we are getting Optimus Prime and Megatron as Action Masters. Weird pull. Very weird pull there. Let's see, Toy Accurate Galvatron and G2 Ultra Magnus, which is an eHobby repaint of Laser Optimus Prime. Always liked that one, never got around to getting it. It's a cool deco, wish they would have done it on the new one. Let's see, We have Senator Ratbat done from the Japanese Generations toy, which I thought was a brilliant, brilliant toy. Very pretty. And then Titans Return Sentinel Prime. Weird choice. He's not even a character who appears in any fiction outside of a comic book. And he's somehow got a card. Bizarre choice. And then we have a group shot. We have a group shot of Decepticons, which is card number 99. And then card number 100 is a gold Unicron. Interesting to me that we have this group shot of Decepticons. And then, no, I don't think there's a group shot of Autobots to go with it. Maybe that's card 101. Maybe that's in the next set. It's a neat little shot, though. Interesting lineup as I see Bonsaitron and I think Senator Ratbat in it. There's a purple guy in there I can't quite identify. No, it's a fun little inclusion. It's a fun little inclusion. Yeah, and then, yeah, these are always weird. Like, I don't have any, but it's always a curious thing which ones they pick, because they make some really obscure pulls for these. And yeah, they are still going. I'm shocked they are still going. But like I said, thin news week, and we still made it over 20 minutes because the Hall of Fame was at least interesting to talk about. But that is your roundup for the week. That is everything Transformers news you needed to keep up with. And a little bit you probably didn't need to hear about, but then again, I got to pad these videos out. So there you go. Thank you everyone for watching. I will see you next time.